all Greeks are philosophers. All Greeks are philosophers, or maybe they just like to talk. Maybe they just love their own opinions, but that's where we live, somewhere between pondering and pontificating. And I'm okay with that. Oh, my Greeks. Are we not always referring back to our glorious past? And why not? Maybe we built on the science and mathematics of the Babylonians or the Egyptians, but it all came to the Western world through us. So we get the credit line. But I'm okay with that. I'm very interested in trying to tease out that which is authentically Greek, because we have a lot of overlaps with Turkish and Middle Eastern cultures, and all that stuff that comes from the time of the Ottoman Empire and occupation. At least we can all agree upon the fact that we hate the Turks and that we generally have disdain for Islam. I'm okay with that too. But we argue over food, gyros or doner kebabs, baklava, dolma, there's all of that. Not to mention all those minor scales and plinky instruments. I don't think the bouzouki is all that ancient. The Greeks have all the modes, Ionian, Phrygian, Mixolydian. They're essentially variations on the major scale. Those are our sounds, our ancient voice, and it's fantastic that people are creating different instruments like the aulos, the double flute, or the lyre. I'm trying to bring us back to the earliest forms of theater, which is the chorus and the recitation. Like Orpheus with his lyre accompanying himself, and I think that's wonderful. So I'm one of those Greek philosophers myself. Like many homegrown philosophers who are also shop owners, we really don't know what we don't know, because there are real philosophers out there who ponder morality and language and the meaning of meaning and all of that. We just know what we know, which is mostly our own opinions, and we're very happy to share them with everyone. And so extra is extra. Two Greek-speaking people just got off the train. That was a heartwarming moment, imagining they might actually be Greek, because no one just chooses to speak Greek. You can hardly learn it at school unless you're studying in the Middle Ages, or are forced to go to Greek school, which is another story. Maybe they're time travelers and realize they're on the wrong conveyance. Hitch a ride on the TARDIS the next time, or borrow a machina from a dais. Sage advice from me. The other major characteristic of being Greek is that we don't like to have a boss. That's why we're happy to have a hot dog stand, and that's why we open up diners and have our own businesses, so we can yell at our family members instead of being yelled at by a boss. And I think that's wonderful. So I'm going to work now, cool as a cucumber in tzatziki sauce, and I adore the fact that my voice recognition program picked up that tzatziki. It really warms my heart. All right, well, I picked it up the first time. Anyway, I was disrespected by a coworker the other day, and I can't have that. At some level, I don't care. Because I'm kind of like a Greek-American Buddha and part-time student of Stoic philosophy. Have you purchased a set of my Stoic variation cards? No, you haven't, because I haven't printed them yet. Stay tuned. Anyway, I'm going in and I'm not going to make my case. In fact, I'm going to say as little as possible. Because I already wrote 3 very precise and articulate letters about the situation, and I don't really care what happens, except that I'm having a great life and will continue to have a great life. And that's my plan. And anyway, I may have to take some time off to caretake the property of our old deli. Yes, we used to have a deli, but some fellows have been running it for a while, and they were never really up to very much good, or never really up on the up and up. It's a lot of ups. They may be leaving at the end of the month, and I might need to go up there to protect the property, and I think that's swell because I'm a very peaceful person, and I don't like it when people mess around with my family. It really gets my hackles up, and so I feel activated and energized. Isn't this exciting? Anyway, as a philosopher, this is an opportunity for me to test my philosophy that you don't need a job. You don't need a boss if you really want to be a self-determining human being, and I'm old enough and close enough to death that it's time for me to start living. I'm making friends with death. Isn't that special? Wouldn't it be great to actually be fearless as an artist? Did I just say I was an artist? That's a little bold. I'm a creative person. Let the marketplace decide what I am. Artist probably isn't a label for it. And isn't it better to not be labeled, even by yourself? Would you like mustard on that? Would you like mustard on that as an inside joke with myself from yesterday's poem? I hope you're watching every day. Liking, commenting, and subscribing. I don't have a boss, but I have an algorithm that I need to please. So I had a meeting with the boss. This is later now, but after I started writing the poem at the beginning of the day. Had a meeting with the boss about the whole incident, and he was very nice about it. And he's going to ask the other fellow to apologize. And now I feel very grateful and humbled and obligated. And I send out a thank you to Vanya. If you read The Art of Soaring, you'll know what I'm talking about. Practical magic. Anyway, it's a relief to not have to leave, but I still have to find a way to maximize my time and start cranking on a side hustle or two. Put away enough drachmes for me to be able to split. It takes work to make work and to leave work. I accept the terms of reality. That was a long piece, actually. See how we naturally came to the end of that? That was good. Good timing. So I'm going to give you a little piece of the beginning at the end here, as a little coda, a little something, a little goodbye, and then I'm going to say goodbye. This is what we do. And you can follow me on SoundCloud. I don't know who I am on SoundCloud. I think I'm Johnny Art on SoundCloud. And that's kind of groovy. Oh, my Lord. I blinded everyone now. If you just want to get the tracks, I upload them there too. But do consider liking and subscribing. Of course, if you're watching this on Instagram, there's nothing to do but take $2, put it in an envelope, and send it to the address below. Thanks, kids. I think someone got in trouble for that in the 1960s or something. I can't imagine why. Okay, that's the end of the show. I should have ended 2 minutes ago. Okay, I'm going. I do not have a Greek fisherman's cap, which I'm thinking about getting. I don't have one. Neither do I have a beret. Goodbye.